everybody. Dan Illman, Mike Beer, the DRF race of the day for Wednesday, February the 1st. Race number 7 at Gulfstream Park. 3-year-old maidens going 1 mile and a 16th. Let's take a look at this field. It's a maiden special weight, 6 experienced runners. Both the 7 and the 8 are first-time starters. Todd Pletcher has 2 in here, Mike, including the even money morning line favorite, the number 3, Expect More, getting Lasix, getting blinkers.
Yeah, Todd's got the 2 favorites in here. They're the 2 horses, the 2 and the 3, who have already, both of them have already run well, Dan. You do have the 2 first-time starters to the outside. We'll see what you get from them. The other 4 horses in this field have an awful lot of improving to do if they're going to get to the 2 favorites in here.
Let's throw up the Timeform US pace projector because both of the Pletcher train runners are expected to be close to the pace, although you never know with the 3 Expect More, who broke pretty badly last time out.
Yeah, he didn't get out of the gate well last time. He was even worse from the gate in his career debut at Keeneland. So we'll see if he gets out of the gate this time, because going forward, it's going to be really important for this horse, who's a very short price on the morning line.
He finished ahead of a couple of these last time out, despite breaking slowly. One of those, the number 1, Game Change, who will get Lasix for the first time for trainer Shug McGahee. Of the horses, the also-rans from that Expect More race, I think Game Change has a little bit of scope for improvement. He was sort of in between horses, got to the outside and sort of chugged along late. He needs to show a lot of improvement, but it's not out of the realm of possibility, breaking from a good inside post and getting Lasix for Shug.
Yeah, and he did show, at least he showed a little bit of early interest last time. For the first time in his career, he was a little bit closer to the pace. He still, in my opinion, didn't run that well. We've seen this horse 3 times now, Dan. So far, he's just not that good. But he does have a really nice pedigree. He did show a little bit of improved speed last time, so that could be a positive. He gets Lasix now, so maybe that makes a difference. I mean, I don't know. There are ways to sort of try to talk yourself into him, but just based on what he's done in his first 3 starts, he needs to improve by a lot.
If overall you don't like the Expect More race on New Year's Eve, the horse you're likely to gravitate to is the other Pletcher, and that's the number 2, Shi Bui, who ran really well second time out, first time blinkers, considering the competition. Extra Anejo had been working up a storm leading up to that race. He ran as advertised right off the screen, and Shui Bei was easily second best, getting Lasix for the first time for Pletcher and stretching out.
Yeah, he ran fine last time. He just didn't really have any chance with that well-meant first-time starter. His debut just sort of looked more like a useful effort, a horse who probably didn't really want 6 furlongs, but still ran on a little bit at the end of that race, improved last time. Pletcher takes over now, and we'll stretch him out, and we'll see if he can take one more step forward, because if he does, he's supposed to be really tough in here.
Expect More, the number 3, made his career debut against one of the best 3-year-olds in the country currently, Arabian Night, who ran off and hid at Keeneland and did the same in the Southwest Stakes last Saturday at Oaklawn Park. Here is his local debut, first time 2 turns. Again, he didn't break very well. He was on the outside. He made the lead turning into the stretch. You see, he's a little bit green. He ducks out under left-handed urging, sort of impedes this horse a little bit. And you can tell that Arad is kind of just hand-riding him here. He's not sure if he wants to hit him, if this horse is going to duck out some more. He's green, but he's also game, and he also got DQ'd.
Yeah, that little duck out there in the upper stretch cost him the victory at the end, Dan, because as it turned out at the end of the race, it was a head bob, and he got the head bob, but he did bother that horse at the top of the stretch, so I guess they had to take him down. He ran fine in there. His debut was okay. He broke really, really bad in the career debut, just totally waited for when the gate opened and cost himself several lengths, but made a run into that race. But there was no way he was going to catch up to Arabian Night. Ran a little better last time, but it's not like it was some kind of otherworldly performance. Is he the horse to be in here? Blinkers on, Lasix on? I guess he is. I can't believe that he's going to be even money and his stablemate's going to be 7-2, though.
The number 4, Secret Pocket, is 20-1 on the morning line. This one's stretching out for the first time, and he ran into a good one in his career debut at Churchill Downs. He was dismissed at 29-1. He ran into 2 next out winners. Corona Bolt, the winner, right now looks like a very good sprinter. He came back to win the Sugar Bowl at the Fairgrounds with a 97 buyer. I wish Secret Pocket did a little bit more running in that race, but Dale Romans doesn't exactly have great numbers first time out. Maybe this horse will improve with Lasix. Not too sure about the distance with the Secret Circle on top.
Yeah, we'll see if this is what they've been waiting for here. It's easy enough to give him a pass for the debut, Dan. Maybe he doesn't want to sprint. He was in a pretty good race against a really nice looking winner there. So listen, maybe that was just a prep, and now they get him down here and they stretch him out in distance, but he's got a lot to prove.
Southern Dream is the number 5, and he finished third in the video we showed you behind Expect More. He broke from the inside that day, and he was a little bit eager in pulling, steadied a bit on the first turn, was able to get off the rail on the turn, and sort of finished evenly. He is another horse that just needs to improve, 5 lengths or so, 6 lengths on Expect More?
Yeah, he's got something to find here. We'll see if he can do it. He did have, I guess, a little bit of trouble in that race, as you pointed out, Dan. Just really hard to settle around the first turn. And it actually cost him some position because his rider had to tap on the brakes there and back him out. So he lost some position there. He tried to make a second run around that final turn. He just was no match for Expect More in that race and didn't make it particularly close. I don't know. Maybe he can take a step forward here. I don't think it'd be that shocking.
I think Global Pride's not impossible. The number 6, Javier Castellano, gets the mount, Lasix on, stretching out 2 turns for the first time for his 3-year-old debut. He caught a wet track in his career debut. And last time out, he improved a little bit behind a promising enough winner, a horse that came back to run second behind grade 1 place Verifying in an allowance race at Oaklawn with an 88 buyer.
Yeah, he bumped into a really nice horse last time. He's another one. He has, so far in 2 starts, he hasn't really been much of a factor, Dan, but they're both sprints. One of them's on a wet track. And maybe this is a horse who could take a little bit of a step forward as he stretches out in distance for the first time. I suspect he's going to show some speed in here.
Now the first-time starters. The 7 Carson is a homebred son of Honor Code. Only 9% winners with debut runners. The second dam was a stakes-winning dirt router. The dam's a half to a multiple stakes-winning sprinter, and also a stakes-placed turf runner. So there's some pedigree here. It's always tough to win around 2 turns. Safi Joseph, though, good numbers with firsters.
Good numbers with firsters. He did have 2 debut winners routing on dirt last year from a pretty small sample, so it's not like he can't have these horses ready. The work tab actually looks pretty strong for this horse, Dan. He's been training right along, a bunch of 5 furlong breezes last month, so this horse should be fit enough. And listen, the 2 favorites down towards the inside, the Pletcher horses, they look legit in here, but they don't look like superstars at this point. I mean, if this horse can run a little, he can factor.
Jose Ortiz takes the mount on the other first-time starter, the number 8 Tiger's Legacy, son of Super Stallion Into Mischief, a $100,000 yearling bought back for $140,000 in April of last year. He's a half to a graded placed synthetic sprinter. The dam is a full to a stakes-winning dirt router. The second dam was a stakes winner going a mile. Don't mind this pedigree at all. Tough post position for a tough distance first time out.
Yeah, all those things sort of work against him here. Another one, though, who has a little pedigree for a trainer who actually does pretty well with first-time starters, and Chris Davis, his first-time starters win at prices. They don't take a ton of money, but they run anyway. And this horse has been training pretty well, too.
Before we get to our top selections, please click the subscribe button on the Daily Racing Form YouTube channel for the latest DRF video offerings. Top selection time for our Wednesday race of the day. We're going with Pletcher. We're just going with different Pletcher-trained runners. Mike's going with the better priced one on the morning line, the 2 Shibwe. I'm hoping the blinkers will Expect More to live up perhaps to his potential, but Shibwe, interesting stretching out for the first time, certainly.
I thought so too, and I listen. I can't believe that the price discrepancy will be as big as the morning line suggests. But if it is, and Expect More evens, and this horse is 7-2, to me, it's an easy call. I'll bet the 2.
Well, Expect More was 3-5 last time out, and there. A lot of folks are going to see that Arabian Night running line from his career debut, and the fact that he got a 1 last time out and was DQ'd. You never know. Same exact, a different order. Mike's going 2-3-8-1. I'll go 3-2-5-1 for our Wednesday race of the day. We kick off February's race of the day with the 7th at Gulfstream. Good luck.